Hello guys, Techalyzer here with a bit of an update for that double slit experiment failure. I did a bit of research and it turns out, amazingly as it sounds, uh, something happened probably exactly as I thought it happened, although I had absolutely no idea. How the actual laser works, and I'm still not very sure, but I begin to have a grasp. It's weird because I know the theory behind it, but these things are so cheap. It's barely a laser. It's the absolute minimum you can do to kind of make it look like a laser. It's not the actual lab grade stuff, like they use in a laboratory for like precision things. And I'm not even sure if the optical drives ones look the same. Um, anyway, I disassembled the actual laser module. I kind of try to see what's inside. Unfortunately, I don't have. Uh, well, now I observed I have the camera on me. I thought I'd turned it off. Yeah, doesn't matter. Um, so I don't have it anymore because I threw it away. I didn't know I was gonna make a video, but it's exactly the same thing. I mean, there's nothing else to show besides this. It turns out the cylinder part is just that. There's nothing in there. That was the part that I thought would contain the actual laser, kind of like a chamber covered with a reflective layer and mirrors in the sides, kind of like what you get if you search for the principle of how lasers work. It turns out it's just a tube with a lens at the end, but that was it. The actual laser is this square part here that kind of looks like a ceramic capacitor. I have absolutely no idea what's going on inside there and how can that thing can be a laser. Uh, it seems that there's some kind of crystal in between these layers, probably this dark greenish thing here. Um, anyway, there's this sandwich with two copper plates on each side, one for the plus, one for the minus, and when you power it up, you most definitely see that tiny red dot shining from this thing. Beyond that, I have no idea what's going on inside there. The point is that the laser is actually this square here. And as it turned out, I just searched for the ways that a laser can fail, and this guy, I found a forum from a decade ago. Uh, he says that too much current, which is what I did. You can even see it here in this module. My module had the same thing. It had a 62 ohm resistor, probably in series with the diode because it's powered by three 1.5 volt batteries. I'm not sure why they do that, probably to last longer. And I told you I tried to use one of those crocodile clamps to try and keep the button pressed. And what I think happened is I touched with the conductor, with the plus, I touched the other side of the resistor. So I basically powered up uh, the laser directly at 4.5 volts when probably it takes less. I think it even takes less than 3 volts as a normal LED, because I tried to power it up directly. I mean, in this square here, I tried to power it up directly at 3 volts and it just popped. You know, just like when you put like something like 50 volts, 100 volts on a LED, it just went pop, and that was the end of it. So I'm not very sure about the specs. I'm pretty sure I did this. I touched the other side of the resistor, basically bypassing it and forcing all that voltage and current through the laser. And this guy says that in case that happens, too much current causes the number of photons bouncing around inside to exceed the mechanical and thermal limits of the end facets, effectively blowing one or both of them off. End of laser. You end up with either a DELD, which is a dark emitting laser diode, which is kind of a joke, I think, or a very expensive dim red LED, which is exactly what happened in my case if the PN junction wasn't fried. So there's obviously a diode there, kind of an LED, I think. Um, Again, I have no idea about the rest of the components, but as I suspected, all that current generated so much energy that something physically cracked or blew up and destroying the device physically, and probably one of those facets that make the light bounce back and forth and form the laser light. Exactly as I said, either gassed or actually cracked, exploded, and the actual laser became just a normal LED flashlight, which is what I've seen because the double slits are there. There's no interference pattern. Um, it's a bit of a problem with this coronavirus outbreak now because I'm actually part of the sensitive group, and I'm a little bit scared because quite stupidly I'm also a smoker, and I've had asthma since I was a kid, and the normal viral infections get me every winter, so I am a magnet to these things. So if there's something going around, I'm catching it, and it's worse than it is for other people. That's why I've had problems at work. I had people say like, "Oh, so you know that sometimes people also work when they feel sick. You don't have to stay home. Like asshole bosses like that, and they don't really understand that for me it's a lot worse. So my first thought was I'm gonna go and buy another module, but then immediately the day after the corona outbreak exploded in our country, in the city as well. So at the moment I just tried my best to stay inside. I stocked up on a bit of food. My wife works from home. We're trying to limit our trips outside, at least until we can see where this goes. It's gonna be at least a week, so we can see a trend of how bad these things get. But yeah, that's it. That's what happened. Quite amazingly, I want to do some more research. Maybe I can find exactly what there is in these things, in these squares. I'm very, very curious, but also I don't think I have the necessary tools to, you'd need like a very fine Dremel um, on a vise, probably a microscope to see what's there. I'm not sure I can really do this. I would just destroy it. I would try, but at first I'm gonna just do a little bit of research and see if I can find one of these, taken apart, either a schematic or somebody grinding it on with a Dremel and a microscope, something like that. I would really want to have this kind of hardware. Unfortunately, it's pretty expensive for me right now, and I just have to deal with what I have. Anyway, this is all for now. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe if you like this channel, if you like what I'm doing here. There will be more. There will be more. I've had a really bad year. last year, and I didn't really have time for other things or for myself. The business went bad and have money. Uh, yeah, ended up with a lawsuit on my company and a lot of negative stuff. But now I want to get back and try and do stuff because I have 7 YouTube channels and I need to take care of them. If the corona doesn't kill me, I'll be back with another video.